How y'all doing today, YouTube? Alright. I'll be riding one of the big dogs today, the 2024 Ninja ZX-4R. Let me just say, I think I'm gonna underestimate this bike. What do y'all think? Walking around, it looks real good in black. Oh, I'm excited. I'm just gonna get on. Alright, let's, okay. Yes, guys, this definitely does feel, oh yeah, super sport feel right here. Let's just turn her on. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful little showa suspension. Oh yeah, man, guys, I'm excited for this. One of Kawasaki's newest bikes, and let me just say, for being a 399cc motorcycle, I think this is going to be a little bit more intense than what I realized, but I'm excited. And we're off. Oh yeah, this already sounds different. So I was on the Ninja 500, I rode that, and let me just say, night and day difference. This is it just feels like a super sport, guys. I don't know really how to explain, other than it's definitely, you're leaning more forward, the seating position, it's way more aggressive. I mean, the performance of this machine should blow away the regular Ninja 500, even though technically that has a bigger engine. But the biggest difference is that this bike comes with a 16 valve inline 4. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. What the nuts? And like I said, wow, this okay, I was not expecting this for such a small displacement. Wow, guys. Okay, when I say that, like, I would totally ride this. Like, I mean it. This thing, it's great. This thing is great. I cannot believe how much power this little thing has. Wow, guys, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. This is incredible. And it actually sounds really good. Seriously, like, my thoughts on this, I was not expecting this. I really wasn't. Guys, do y'all hear that? This thing sounds amazing. And it's a little 399cc engine. What? Oh my gosh, I'm in shock. Seriously guys, I'm in shock. Now I'm telling you right now, my favorite part, this engine and the sound and the long, I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Red line is 16,000 RPM. That's ridiculous. I'm just saying, I'm so shocked. And I gotta get into the meat of the video. How much is this bike and what do I think? Is it worth the price? So this thing, base MSRP, looking at $9,400. $9,400. Now you might think like, what? On a 400cc bike? $9,400? Say what? Now, when you ride this thing, you'll understand why it's that much. Guys, seriously, this thing is just gonna bring some great smiles to your face. It really resembles this, you know, super sport motorcycles. It really does. And I gotta tell you though, the only thing that I'm noticing is that, you know, it's still a smallish bike engine wise, right? And so where it really lacks is just overall torque, and I'm not really feeling high-end power, you know what I mean? Like, it's what you get. I really want you to understand what I'm getting at. But aside from that, it's just amazing. It's an amazing machine right here. Do I wish it was a little cheaper? Well, of course, but I say that about all the bikes. And so I gotta be really upfront with y'all. This thing has impressed me. Oh my goodness, yeah, the aggressive throttle response, but then it becomes, overall it's very smooth acceleration, extremely smooth. Has a little bit of a slipper clutch, works really nice. I understand why they didn't, but kind of wish this thing had a little quick shifter. I don't think it would have added too much, you know. I don't know, that's just me, but I get it. I get why they didn't. This technically would be more of a, you know, beginner bike, and honestly it can be. It's not really torquey, you know, it feels and sounds like you're on a freaking ZX-4R or the 1000, but once you pull the throttle all the way, it really doesn't add that much speed. And not to talk bad about the bike, but if y'all are really looking out there, if y'all are looking at this bike, I want to be honest with y'all. It's not like super fast. Like seriously, it's not. It doesn't have like lots of torque. It really doesn't. But there's just something about it. It really does ride and feel and sounds more of a super sport motorcycle, and it really is cool. And it's honestly, it's not that aggressive of a bike. And so, you know, I could see you being able to, you know, maybe commute with this thing. It's for the most part, it isn't difficult to ride this thing. I mean, it handles great. It's super planted to the ground. I mean, you feel real confident. And before I forget, it does come actually with some riding modes, with some different riding modes. So, you know, that's kind of cool. brakes are really good on this thing. Brakes are actually really good. Sometimes these I mean, it's not a cheap bike, but the smaller engine displacement motorcycles come with some pretty not so great brakes. Oh, I'm on the wrong. I was on the wrong gear. Guys, seriously, the smoothness of the engine and the sound that it makes, that is the best part of this bike. The engine, it really isn't like, it's not like a super fast bike. There isn't much torque, but it sounds so good for being like a little 400. It's a lot of fun. Like honestly, it is a cool bike. But yeah, 9400. Oh yeah, so planted. ZX-4R, $9,400. I mean, what do y'all think, guys? What do y'all think? It's something, right? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna answer this question. For a beginner, maybe you know, looking for my first bike, and you know, I love the you know how super sport bikes look, how they sound. Let me just say, yes, you're gonna love this. Yes, you're gonna have tons of fun. It sounds a little scary, but you know, you could just yank the throttle and it accelerates. You know, it's just a mild but and smooth acceleration, guys. Nothing terrible, but overall you really get a sense of just a badass super sport motorcycle, you know. So yeah, as a first bike or even a second bike, just an incredible machine. I mean, I would say you'd be lucky to have this. Seriously, I called it. I knew I was gonna underestimate this bike, and I really have. And y'all can judge me for this. Man, I thought this bike was really gonna like be slow and kind of I don't know, I was not expecting this. And so good job, Kawasaki. You know, I give you for what I think y'all were trying to do is, you know, try and help out a lot of newer, you know, make a super sport a little more rider friendly, and I think y'all did a great job with this. You know what I mean? I think someone like my wife that has never ridden and she really wants a first bike, I could see her loving this. But if you're already, yeah, I gotta say, if you're already riding like a 600, you know, the big picture of power, when it comes to power on this bike, you know, the big picture is it doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why there's bigger, stronger engines. You know, they have more displacement, and just there's a reason for that. You know, it is what it is. This is a small four banger. You know what I mean? But I remember driving the Ninja 400. It was nothing like this. So you're still getting a lot of bike, and obviously that's a good thing because it's pricier. Honestly, guys, all in all, I really like it. I don't have much else to say. A very light bike, easy to throw around. Definitely should check out this bike, guys. Well guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed this review on the 2024 ZX-4R. Enough said, man. Lots of fun, lots of fun. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I really think that they'll have success with this, and that they'll go with the ZX-5R. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Now they might keep this one because it's a good bike for newer riders, but just like there's a huge difference between the regular Ninja 500 and 650, I feel like in between those would be a good idea. But that's just me. Yeah, last but not least, there's one upgrade I'd say I would do. I'd put a little bit, nothing too obnoxious, but the exhaust, you know, a little bit more of a pop, and yeah, you got yourself a badass freaking ZX-4R. Anyways guys, probably one of the smallest super sport bikes out there, but I wouldn't doubt it if they sell a lot of these guys. I think the biggest obstacle is, you know, people would be having to pay probably around 10 grand, and so that's a little bit more up there in price. I feel like usually someone's with their first bike, they don't want to spend that much, but if you are, I'd check this out guys. Easy turns, easy turns. Man, I had a lot of fun on this. Like I said, was not expecting this. Hope y'all enjoyed this guys, and see y'all on the next ZX-4R. Bye bye.